Okay, I'm going to put this all in one video because people are only getting snippets of the conversation. So, I am Daniela Mestenek Young. I am a scholar of not just groups and systems, but I focus on extreme groups and systems, like, for example, a cult, like, for example, terrorist groups. And then I also, especially here on TikTok, will take a lot of those insights and apply them to groups that we don't call extreme or call cults in our society. And there's an awful lot of them. So, and by the way, I come by this expertise from being born and raised in the religious sex cult, the Children of God, being in the US Army and other total institutions, studying terrorist groups as an intelligence officer and deploying to war to fight them, and then getting a master's degree from Harvard in organizational psychology, right? So bringing it all together. Now, here's the controversial thing. I said cults are tied to white supremacy. People do not like that. Well, cults are about power, and cults are always trying to get concentrated and intense political power. So, for example, the Children of God sex cult performed twice at the White House, and the Moonies, just had Donald Trump come speak at their convention. And yes, I know the Moonies are from Korea. And yes, also, no country is exempt from the impacts and the ideology of white supremacy. So, one of the ways this ties into white supremacy is that next to the cult leader, which is often a man because they also use the patriarchy, another toxic system, to get power, but it sometimes is a woman. But there's almost always, man or woman, there's a skinny white woman next to the cult leader. She's overly dedicated, and she's also playing a very important role in the cult, and that is to whitewash the sins of the leader, both to the members and to outer society. Now, why does this matter? People say that cults are tied to white supremacy. Well, things we see in cults, we often see in regular organizations as well. The reason that it works to have this pure white woman whitewashing your crimes is because of the white supremacist concept of the pure, chaste white woman. There's not another demographic that has that subconscious thing that has been messaged about them. So, like you see in the Ghislaine Maxwell's, like you see in the Karen Zerbe's of Children of God, you find this white woman is the perfect person to have next to you if you're running like a sex cult or a really, really bad organization. But also in regular organizations, often skinny white women are let into the leadership in order to whitewash the perceived sins of the organization. Like, for example, how can the Army be sexist if we had Captain Daniela Mestenek up here at the top doing the things the boys did? So yes, it ties to white supremacy.